So you've always been curious about ethical hacking, but you've had like zero idea where to even start. Well, this is for you. We're going to map out the whole journey, from typing your very first command all the way to landing a professional career. Let's jump in.
It's a fantastic question, isn't it? Because, this isn't some dark art you learn in a basement somewhere. It's a really high-level, skilled profession. And the good news is, there's a totally clear, totally ethical path to mastering it. And we're going to walk that path together, step by step. Okay, so before we dive any deeper, let's make sure we're all on the same page here. This is what we're talking about. Authorized professional testing. You get to be the good guy, Finding the cracks in the walls before the bad guys do. The whole point is to make things more secure, not to break them. All right, you ready to start? The big question is, where? Well, the fantastic news is that there are some amazing and totally free resources out there that are literally built for absolute beginners. You really don't need any experience to get going. Now, what's so cool about these is that they each kind of do something different. If you want my advice, start with OverTheWire, specifically their war game called Bandit. Why? Because it teaches you the single most important skill to start with, how to use the Linux command line. Once you're comfortable there, hop over to Hacker 101 for some incredible free videos on web security. And then, definitely check out Hack This site. It's a massive community that's been helping people learn this stuff for almost 20 years. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This is maybe the most important thing for anyone starting out. These platforms are sandboxes. They're safe. They're legal. You can mess up, you can experiment, you can learn without worrying about any real-world trouble. And that is absolutely crucial when you're just finding your footing. Okay, so once you've nailed down some of the basics, you're going to come to a fork in the road. And this is where you have to decide what kind of learner you are, because that choice is really going to shape the next phase of your journey. You've basically got two main paths you can take here. Over on the left, you have the academic style. Think of these like online university courses. They're perfect if you want to build a really deep theoretical understanding of why things work the way they do. Then on the right, you've got the professional platforms. These are laser-focused on getting you job-ready with practical, hands-on skills you can start using right away. This table really breaks it down nicely. For the academic route, you've got platforms like edX with courses from huge names like Harvard and MIT. Or Swayam, which has courses from Indian universities where you can sometimes even get credits for your actual degree. Then on the professional side, you have Cybrary, which builds these career paths for specific job roles, and places like craw.in, which are all about getting you through diploma programs that lead straight to certifications.
Look, theory is one thing, but hacking is a hands-on skill. You can't just read about it. You need a gym, a dojo, a place where you can practice and really sharpen your skills. Honestly, this is where the real learning kicks in.
And one of the most famous digital dojos out there has got to be Hack the Box. I mean, their tagline says it all, right? This isn't just about learning some facts. It's about actively leveling up your skills by going up against a huge library of vulnerable machines and challenges. And you're definitely not going to be doing it alone. Just look at that number. Over 2.5 million people. That's a massive, massive community. We're talking about a whole network of people you can learn from. Peers, mentors, even future coworkers. Now, if you're a bit competitive, you have to check out Pico's CTF. It's from Carnegie Mellon, and they've basically turned learning how to hack into a game. It's all built around these capture the flag competitions, or CTFs, where you're hunting for little pieces of data, the flags, that are hidden inside vulnerable systems. It is an incredibly fun way to build your skills.
And the options just keep on coming. Portswigger, the people who make this super important tool Burp Suite, they run the Web Security Academy, which is all about web-specific hacking. Pen Tester Lab is really cool because it lets you work with actual real-world vulnerabilities. And VulnHub is just fantastic because you can download entire vulnerable computers and practice on them completely offline in your own little lab. So, you've learned the theory, you've put in the practice. Now what? How do you actually prove to someone that you know your stuff? Well, this is the final stage of the journey. Turning all that knowledge into industry-recognized credentials that actually open doors to a career. And the great thing is, there's a really clear ladder you can climb. This roadmap from EC Council is a perfect example. You start with the basics, the foundational stuff, and you move up to a core cert, like the famous Certified Ethical Hacker. From there, you can start to specialize in things like penetration testing, and eventually you can climb all the way to executive-level certs, like for a Chief Information Security Officer, the big boss of security. And then there's offensive security. Their motto, "Try harder," just perfectly captures the mindset you need for their certifications. They're known around the world for things like the OSCP, and they are famous for being incredibly tough, hands-on exams that really prove you can do more than just talk the talk.
And that's pretty much the whole map. It takes you from that first little spark of curiosity, guides you through learning the foundations, getting hands-on practice, and brings you all the way to having a professional skill set that is seriously in demand all over the world. So, the entire journey is laid out right in front of you. From free games to advanced certifications, everything you need is out there. The only question left is, what path are you going to choose?